Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Carb Watch. I'm your friend Andy, and today I want you to take away one message. Less is more. And yes, this could be with anything in your life. Maybe less time on your phones. Maybe less time in the tanning bed. Maybe less time watching Netflix or streaming TV, and more time of the good things. So less is more with what we're talking about, and we are talking about potato chips. Okay, so we had Jersey Mike's for lunch, and we had a wonderful sandwich, which definitely had carbs in it with the bread. Please excuse me, forgive me now. But we also had chips, which actually two of us did partake in. Production has given me a note. Thank you so much, production. Our head of production, Jenny, my mother, did have a bag of chips, and I was eating something different. And honestly, it was because it was right in front of me that this is what I wanted as my side or whatever. So we do get lost in carbs whenever we have sides. You have your main dish that you're looking for, the nuggets from Chick-fil-A and the side of fries. It could be grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A with a side of kale salad. Anyways, that's another podcast for another time. Today we're talking about potato chips. There's a lot of different types of chips out there. And the reason they get dangerous is because they're so easy to eat. Open them up, they're salty, they taste good. Throw it in, you have a snack, and it's containable. You can take it anywhere, and you don't have to refrigerate it. So I want to talk about differences between three. I have three out in front of me right now. The traditional Lay's potato chip has 15 grams of carbs per serving, and that is about 1 ounce, right? Yes. 1 ounce of potato chips. So what is a potato chip? It's a potato that has been chipped. That's all it is. So you cut the potato up, you end up frying it in vegetable oil, and you add seasoning to it to create the flavor. Lay's potato chips is a classic, so it's really just having a salty flavor. There's nothing added to it. Here, I have Miss Vicky's Smokehouse Barbecue Kettle Cooked chips. And so kettle cook, from what I've done in my research, is just adding a little bit more flavor to it. It's cooked in batches and not cooked continuously. And sometimes the kettle chips are actually a thicker slice than a thinner potato chip. Does it differ in carbs? Yes, it does. 23 grams of carbs per serving, which again, same serving size, one bag, about 1 ounce. Does it differ in the additives? This one does. So we're going into a barbecue flavoring. So barbecue's a little bit sweeter. So this actually does have two different types of sugar. It says sugar dextrose made out of the barbecue seasoning, which you can say is probably not a ton since it's just it's seasoning. It's not made of sugar, but it does have sugars in it and has added sugars to create the flavoring. It's also cooked in vegetable oil too. So the things I want you to take away from this is that chips are not just potatoes. I don't know. I haven't really heard of anybody making that assumption, but I see where that could be easy to make. I'm having a side of potatoes. Potatoes a vegetable. What's wrong with it? It's fried in vegetable oil. It's fried in fats. It's salty. It's the sodium count in this bag of chips, Miss Vicky's, is 200 versus the sodium count in a Lay's potato chip, which is 170. So a lot of salt added to this. This third choice, which I think is a fair choice and a fair alternative to the traditional chip, is a baked apple chips. So these are literally, it says it's from the company Bear Baked Crunchy Fuji Reds Apple Chips. Looks like an apple, or it looks like a chip, tastes like an apple. Looks like a chip, tastes like an apple, and it really does. So all they're doing is baking apples. You'll look at the ingredients. It says apples. That's it. And it tastes great. Literally, the ingredients is apples. Versus looking at the ingredients of these other traditional snacks, you're getting one thing. You know what's happening in your body. Are apples good for you? Yes. They provide fiber. They provide potassium. I'm going to show you some of the takes on this. There's no fats in this, although we're pretty good on good fats. There's no fats in this at all. Zero fat. Zero trans fat, zero saturated fat, which is good. Total carbohydrates is 27. So you're getting more carbohydrates versus the 23 or the 15. But in my opinion, these are better carbs if you're going to choose to snack on this. The bare facts: fat-free, no oils like the vegetable oil and the other chips, no added sugar, only sugars that are naturally derived from the actual apple. Because remember, ingredient list, read it. You'll know when it says sugar, and it's going to be misleading in the type of sugar. But these other ones say sugar dextrose. This one, no sugar, just apples. Good source of fiber, no preservatives, and gluten-free. Those are the bare facts. I think that's pretty cool. The bare facts. So the good part is that you can have a healthy alternative. I find this to be a healthy alternative to the traditional potato chip. It is just a baked apple, not fried, no oils, just apple. Get the fiber from it, and it includes the skin in it as well, where most of the nutrients are. I will say a real apple is probably going to be better for you than a baked apple. This is just almost for texture, making it seem like you're having chips. A real apple is going to have more of the nutrients. Once you pluck that fruit from the tree, that's when it starts losing its nutrients. Okay, if you think about an apple, apples don't last forever. So anything that comes in a bag like this is made to last a little bit longer. So we baked it and sealed it. So I find that if you're going to have something that's in a bag, do something that has way less ingredients in it. But would I choose a real apple over this? Absolutely. It's going to contain more of the nutrients that you want out of it. But I find that this is a much better, I think it's a much, much better alternative. That is all I wanted to share to you today. Less is more, even less movement. I'm working on my camera work right now. Less movement is more. You'll also see that I am not expressing my face right now. I am raising my eyebrows as hard as I possibly can right now to show expression. And can they move? No. Thank you, Botox. This has been another episode of the Carb Watch with your friend Andy. Tune in next week where we'll find another tasty treat to talk about. And remember, less is more. Thank you, and see you next time.